And recording. Hello everyone. Today I would like to teach you how to mix. Once you have all of your sound recorded, import into your Reaper. Okay, first and foremost I would like to say that if you have consulted me over the past few days or a week ago, I would have showed you how to mix a bit here and there, especially with the panning and all. But now this is over for an overall it's like an general overview. Let's just say I have these three sound I have recorded. One is river sound, one is forest sound, and one is insect sound that I have recorded. As well as, because you need to know that you are required, according to the assignment briefing, you are required to have three different component, which is the recording and Foley sound and sound effects that you can get, as well as human vocal, and then we have the music. So right here I have the human vocal mix here. I record it, and then we have the music here. So what I would do is that I would separate each individual clip, which is this individual recording, into to its own track, so that it's easier for me to mix. Otherwise it's just going to be a very messy messy layering that you have to do. So this is what I would usually do, because we are dealing with only 1 minute worth of content, and so it doesn't really require much of a sound, much of a attention to what do you call that, uh, automation. Yes, that's the word, automation, which I will get into soon. Okay, so first you have to check lah, one by one, whether the sound that you have recorded is you place it accordingly. For example, I will press this one solo, so that only this track will be played. So this is the sound that I would like to use, so it's correct. Then I do for the rest of the sound. Okay, that's correct. That's correct.
Oh.
Okay, that's correct. And then the music. Okay, this is correct as well. So first you need to what you need to do is that you need to think of it like a soundscape, right? Because this is a soundscape assignment. So what you have to do is that you need to think of the loudness of the sound. Okay, I would like to get into this specific insect sound, right? So once I click into this track here, it will highlight here, so I can control the volume here. Okay, so I can adjust how loud I want it to be, right? So I would solo it and listen to it. Okay, so I would mute the music first, and okay, it sounds about right. So this is all about how do you play around with the sound. Okay, I feel like this river sound is a bit too loud, so I would decrease it a bit more.
Oh. Baca?
Okay, so that's correct. So wait, all right. Okay, I would press S, right, S to split, so that it will be split into two different clip. Okay, what I want here is that, so it sounds a bit too loud, right? So I need a bit, I want it to be very soft and very in the distance. So what I would usually do is that I would add reverb, because what reverb does is that it kind of create a false sense of space as well, because when you are talking to the people across a field or a room, the sound is not very sharp. It's more like the sound kind of like disperse a bit, right? So let's hear that. So I play with the So it's a bit too fake, right? So I just play around with it.
risky. Orang dengar puisi tak?
Oh, baca.
Okay. Mana 天空.
Oh, tapi aku tak faham bahasa Cina.
Alright, so it might not be much, but it will kind of like disperse the sound so that it doesn't sound too clear, too sharp, too crisp, right? So because what I have recorded is that I didn't distance myself from the person that is talking, so I have to artificially create the sense of distance by not just with the level, which is this one here, not with the volume, but more with other things as well. For example, the again with all this reverb that I'm playing.
Risky. Orang dengar puisi tak?
Oh, baca.
So I would still play around with it, right? I would add EQ as well.
Risky. Orang dengar puisi tak?
Oh, baca.
傍晚的天空.
Oh, tapi aku tak faham bahasa Cina.
Kau dengar je lah.
Okay, I play around with it.
Sama?
Too sharp here.
傍晚的天空有千丝蝉鸣的陪伴，光之树林仍在岸边回荡。
So again, I would split it here. Press S so that it splits. Shorten this so that it kind of like match up more.
那风在这里唤醒我，对我而语，你不会回来了。
All right. Then how do we mix the music together? It's too loud, so really soften it.
Baca.
傍晚的天空，
Oh, tapi aku tak faham bahasa Cina.
kau dengar je.
Okay. Okay, I think.
Kau dengar je lah.
Sama?
傍晚的天空，
Oh, tapi aku tak faham bahasa Cina.
kau dengar je lah.
Sama?
傍晚的天空有千丝蝉鸣的陪伴，光之树林仍在岸边回荡。
Okay, so we kind of like have a very overall mix together. The sound are kind of like mixed together already.
Oh, baca.
傍晚的天空，
Oh, baca.
傍晚的天空，
Alright, so now we go with the panning. So how do we do with panning? So because when you are listening to a soundscape, it's not necessarily just that one channel, right? It's not just in the middle, right? So what I usually do is that I spaced out all the sound a bit to the left and bit to the right. So how do I do that? So I will go to this here. This is only for this reverse sound. So I would click the this one and then I click on pan. So it will automatically show me. You can see here that it's whether it's center or a bit to the 41% L. L means left. Okay, so okay. Now that I pan it to the left, I kind of can make the volume go up a bit because it doesn't go only to the center, so 41% goes a bit to the left. So what that create is that it's kind of like soften your volume a bit because it's not entirely in the middle. So you can play with the volume over here again. So For this one, forest sound, I think forest sound should be in the middle, because you hear everywhere regardless. And for the insect sound, I would put it, now that we have it, have one on the left, so we can have another one on the right, which is around 41%. So, and I increase the volume a bit.
Oh, baca.
So it's not just, so what you're hearing is no longer in the center. It's more the sound, kind of like dispersed and a bit widen the space of the soundscape. It kind of creates a more atmospheric and can be more absorbed by your audience can be more immersed in your sound, right? So yeah, that's basically how you mix your soundscape. Okay, a very simple one. For example, this one.
会越来越
Always fade out. Okay, always have fade in, fade out. So how do we do fade in, fade out? We go to the top left of your track, of your clip here, and then we drag. So you need to make sure that there's a symbol there, because like if you go down, it's more on like trimming. So you go to the top left. Okay. All right. It's very easy. I'm doing this in like 5 minutes or less. So spend your final few hours before tomorrow's class. Do this mixing. Okay. Thank you very much, and I'll see you tomorrow.